I think this Heat team has a fourth quarter problem. I think a big problem. Okay, so it was one thing. It's one thing to have this problem against Detroit, right? Because at least we know Detroit is pretty much a sleeper team, and they're probably going to win some games. And I think they won today. Let me double check here. And I'm bringing up Detroit for a reason, because it's something you just cannot underestimate an opponent, right? Yeah, they won 2 straight since then. But regarding this game alone, against the Minnesota Timberwolves, on the road especially, the first game was against Toronto Raptors, and they have lost just barely against them, the Toronto Raptors. This game, 8 straight years that they not only they won a home opener, but 6 straight times they had beaten Miami Heat at home against them at Target Center. And let me just say this, being upfront with that stat, I officially hate Target Center. 6 straight games. We have not beaten them in Minnesota in 6 or 7 years at this point. We just can't. We just have. I don't know what it is about Minnesota that made it such a kryptonite against the Miami Heat. Now, Butler did not play because the coach's choice was him to rest. So it's a rest game. But Kevin Love also did not play because of shoulder contusion. So Miami Heat's short-standed, and for the first couple of quarters, the first half alone, they actually held out pretty good. Miami Heat has won the first quarter, 31-26. Minnesota has won the second quarter, 29-22. So Miami Heat holding up pretty good. They were making some shots down. They were keeping the game close. Minnesota always responds. I mean, of course. Third quarter, an okay starts. We were down by 4 or 5, right? 4 or 5, I think so. Up that one point, we tied the game up, and maybe one time we took the lead, and we completely weren't making shots. And speaking of not making shots, it was like, okay, we always rebound. We kind of rebound after that and making some ambitious but smart plays, right? Well, since Minnesota retook the lead in the third quarter, everything just completely went downhill for the Miami Heat, and especially the fourth quarter. Most of the points in the fourth quarter came from free throws, but oh my God, in the fourth quarter alone, and especially the second half, shots were not going through. They were not going through. It's always miss after miss after miss after miss after miss after miss. And you know what? Minnesota is capitalizing on those misses and turnovers and bad mistakes and rookie mistakes. In that fourth quarter alone, we were outscored 26-17, right, in the whole fourth quarter. But there was an insane Minnesota run, 16-1 run, eventually a 19-1 run within that 7 minutes into that fourth quarter. Think about that. Shots were not going down at all, and they were beating us, pulverizing us. You cannot blame Jimmy Butler not playing this game. You cannot blame because he wasn't playing. No. Even he did play in Minnesota, we still lost. And the factual has proven it from the past few years. I promise you. In terms of the box scores, Jovic was starting the game. I thought he played pretty good. 11 rebounds, 8 points. Now, if he made 2 more points within the game, he would have had a double-double, especially first time in his young career with the Miami Heat. So, okay game for Jovic. Bam, I mean, I thought Bam, I don't know. I don't think Bam played okay. Let's be fair. Bam played okay. The free throws though, his free throws especially half of what he was making, 5 for 10. He needs to get back to like he was last season with the free throws. I mean, you gotta understand, they're trying so hard to play these games. They really are trying. They really are trying. But the other team are just better. 19 points for Bam Adebayo. That's good. But here's the key difference here, besides the free throws I just mentioned. Rebounds. He only had 3 rebounds all game. 3 rebounds. Not good enough. Not good enough. And there was one point in the first quarter, he actually attempted a 3. And he misses, but he attempted a 3. Interesting choice to shoot a 3. Kyle Lowry, just 3 points, 4 rebounds. That 3 points was just that 3-pointer. With the assists, I thought he didn't play well. I'm sorry to say, I thought he did not play well. Tyler Hero is still clearly our best player. I'm wearing his jersey right here, the pink vice versa. Petition to bring it back. 22 points, 4 3-pointers, and 4 for 11. The 3-pointers though, they're just not connecting. They're just not connecting. And Hackaz making 1 3-pointer in, okay, that's cool. Jovic made 2 3-pointers. Hackaz has 7 points. Now, Jovic and Hackaz starting both games, the 2022 draft pick and the 2023 draft pick, that's cool. And you know what's cool about that? Back-to-back 3-pointers from both guys, so that's really nice. Duncan Robinson, I thought he played horrible. He was terrible. 2 for 10 3-pointers, 3 field goals with just 8 points. It was bad. It was really bad. Jamal Cain playing off the bench was 8 points, so pretty good from the bench standpoint. Thomas Bryant, 5 points. We needed the rebounds, and he was a better rebounder tonight. Now for the B team, because we were down that many points, R.J. Hampson, Drew Smith played part of the game as well. 5 points for him with 1 3-pointer. Orlando Robinson coming in, didn't do anything, just rebounds. It was late in the game. It was just late in the game, so can't really complain there. Cole Schwider making his Heat regular season debut. He had 5 points. Quick release. 2 field goals. One of them was 3-pointers, so 5 points for him. So, okay, pretty cool. Now for Minnesota, this is what hurt us the most. Gobert, 14 points, 14 rebounds, 10 defensive rebounds. There's a difference there. Is it Karl Anthony Towns? Yes, Karl Anthony Towns. No surprise there with 12 points, 10 rebounds. He also has a double-double. Mike Conley, 14 points, 4 rebounds, and they're knocking on the door. They are knocking on the door, and it seems though as they're making these threes consistently. They are making these consistently, especially after the certain bench player which we're going to mention. Nickel Alexander Walker, only 5 points for him. Didn't do much in the game. Anthony Edwards, 19 points for him. The good offensive team. Now for the bench. Our bench, right? I'm going to say this with our bench. Our bench have, let's see here. Our bench scored, 8 plus 8 equals 16, 16 plus 5 equals 21, 21 plus 5 equals 26, and 26 plus 5 equals 31. So 31 points off the bench, right? 31 points off the bench. There's about 4 bench players, especially that one particular. 12 plus 25 equals 37. Completely outplayed, especially the one player. And you know who I'm about to talk about, having his career game against the Heat of all teams. Naz Reid. There, I said it. Naz Reid. His 4th season coming off the bench, he has made 4 3-pointers tonight. And, okay, 4 3-pointers might not be a big deal, but for him, that's his career high. That's his career high. He was left wide open 4 times, and he buckets them. 10 field goals, including the ones of the 3-pointers. In total, you have 25 points from Naz Reid, career high. Embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. 16-1 run in the fourth quarter, and a majority of the points were coming from Naz Reid. Not just Carl Anthony Edwards or Anthony Edwards. Wait, was it Edwards? No, Towns. It was Carl Anthony Towns. I'm sorry. I apologize, Minnesota fans. I'm out of it. I'm pissed off because you've beaten us. So, and it's 11:15 p.m. So I'm pretty tired. I had a party to host, so I'm pretty exhausted. And also, too, I'm watching 3 games at the same time. So that sucked. Anyway, enough excuses. I'm just trying to be a ball buster here. At the end of it all, we lost by 16. This is where I leave off. There's really not much to say other than we got our asses kicked. We got our asses kicked in this game, and I believe there was I think somebody said the game was sold out. It was not sold out. 18,000 were in that crowd, but the crowd was loud. For those who say Minnesota doesn't care much about their basketball team, this game proves otherwise. Minnesota does care about the basketball team, it would appear. They're making playoffs pretty much. They're making playoffs. They're a playoff caliber team. Karl Anthony Towns, especially, heart and soul of this team, making some big time blocks, and a nice dunk against the Heat as well. I mean, Karl Anthony Towns. Oh no, I'm sorry. He had no blocks today. It was Alexander that made blocks. So I apologize. I completely mixed it up. Turnovers. 14 turnovers, and that's just not good. Not good. But both of them even out turnovers, so both were playing sloppy by taking care of the basketball. But in the end, Minnesota just kicks our ass. Anthony Towns, pretty good. Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards played pretty good. And Naz Reid was just being a rock star stud. I'm a little bit worried about the Heats right now. The fourth quarter meltdowns, especially like this one, it's got to stop. It's got to stop at this point. Spoelstra needs to figure this out and make adjustments of this team. He just got to have to do it somehow. Because you know who we got next on Monday? Not only the Florida Panthers, like my last video, which I hope it's uploaded by now, but I doubt it. We got the Boston Bruins, right? At 7 o'clock. You know who we got in this game for the Miami Heat? Milwaukee Bucks. Right now, as we speak, they are 1-0, and they're playing tomorrow. Let me double check real quick. Yeah, they are 1-0, and they're playing tomorrow against Atlanta Hawks, who are 0 for 2. So for them, it's going to be a back-to-back, and we were traveling just a few miles east from Minneapolis to Milwaukee. We're playing against freaking, what's his name? Damian Lillard. Giannis. I didn't want to bring up the fact, well, now I'm about to bring up that he has scored 39 in his first game. I'm just saying, folks. I'm just saying. The Heat needs the Heat needs to figure this out before we have in all sorts of trouble, and we're going to be 0 for 3 in this road trip. I hope that I'm wrong, and we somehow pulled off against the Bucks before returning home against Brooklyn. Anyway, there you go. Fourth quarter meltdown. Nobody was making any shots, and some were easy shots too. It's disastrous. Anyway, there you go. That's gonna do it for this video, folks. If you have enjoyed this video and not the game, especially not the game, hit the like button and subscribe more content. Where is Jimmy? They're asking. I mean, even the fans, and like I said earlier, The fans were. There's people saying Minnesota doesn't care much about the basketball team. There's also evidence to prove that was wrong. They're chanting, "Where is Jimmy?" They were literally chanting, "Where is Jimmy?" at the end of the game. Were all the B team players coming in? And Jimmy responded with blowing kisses. And yes, I did watch the rest of the game. I didn't just turn off the NBA app. I wanted to, but I needed to. I just watched through it because, you know what? I wanted to be a true fan, and I got a job to do. So, yeah, that job was hearing the fans saying, "Where is Jimmy? Where is Jimmy?" Screw you. I'm just saying. When you come to Miami and you play against Jimmy, he's gonna be vintage. Just watch out. He's gonna be vintage against y'all when you guys come to Miami. I'm just saying, it's a warning. Do not piss off Jimmy, especially now that he blow kisses at you like this. Anyway, enough rant. I'm going to bed, and that's gonna do this video, folks. Tomorrow I'll check in for the Dolphins. Jalen Ramsey is back, and he's making his Dolphins debut tomorrow against the New England Patriots. Before we face the Boston Bruins, we face the New England Patriots. So yeah, folks, that's going to do it for this video. If you have enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe for content, because Miami TG has you back. And when he does, he'll be right there with you. If you're timid, you deserve. This is Miami TG. Stand up, folks, and everybody.